Guys, it's Scott from Premier Racing Setups, the place where you get two completely different setups from two different builders for 15 bucks a month. It's a great deal. Get some really awesome setups, very high quality. Get loose, neutral, sometimes tight if we think we need to include it. And then qualifying setups. So we're here at Kansas, and the biggest thing about Kansas is the top line is going to be the fastest. The bottom can't beat it. You can defend really easy off the high line, but the problem is when you move up to the high line, you're absolutely going to burn your stuff up. So we're going to go over how to run a little more conservatively on the high line to make sure you don't burn your stuff up. And if you're one to not save tires, I would recommend running the bottom for the first 20 laps. Matter of fact, I recommend anybody run the bottom for the first 20 laps and then move up. But it's up to you. This is going to be a big tire game, and it's going to be about the right rear tire because the top you're going to be on throttle for so long that right rear is just going to be really hot, and you're absolutely going to be loose off around lap 15. So we're going to go for just a regular lap here. So I will say how to drive this thing is very, very similar to Darlington. So you get a little bit more practice for Darlington here at Kansas on the high line. It definitely resembles it, and we're going to go over sort of the places that you're going to watch for turn in and brake and throttle. So right here where we're going to start looking at for throttle off is right here at the Kansas. And you're going to throttle off, and it's going to be a slow throttle off. You can carry throttle into the corner to keep the thing turning. Later on in the run, you'll probably be completely off of it. But this is around lap 20 is where this setup is in terms of of where I was. So you can see it's very, very slow off. We're going to come through here. And you see I never let all the way off the throttle. But the big thing back here that you'll notice is that I'm going to come all the way and clip right here on this spot. And then it's a drift up, just like Darlington. You're not going to go all the way to the wall. You don't need to go to the wall, but you do need to make sure that you have, about a car length from the seam line up to your car. And you're just going to carry that through, and you're only using about 50% throttle through the center. And then on exit, you're going to do just like Darlington. You're going to try to look for the seam right here, and you're going to try to clip it with your left front. And the exit is really tight here for some reason, including on the bottom. You're going to have to turn the car slightly more than you think you will. Otherwise, you're going to hit the wall. So when you're on exit on the bottom, you're going to aim for the green. And on top, you're still going to aim about for the end of the green here. But you can see that I've clipped the left front off of the seam here. And you're going to run it down the back stretch. And just like Darlington, about where I clip the seam is where I have full throttle. So 3 and 4, you're going to look for the light. You can see I'm getting off the throttle here. And you absolutely need to use brake in here, otherwise the car will drift up and hit the wall. Just like Darlington. If you don't hit the brake coming into 3 on Darlington, you're going to hit the wall. It's absolutely the same. So you're off it quick, and then you're on the brake, and then we're going to drag the brake for about half second to a second, just to make sure that we're not going to drift up. And then you're going to hug the seam here all the way through. You can be a quarter car off, but you need to hug the seam. If you go up, you'll actually lose a little bit of time. So hug the seam, 50% throttle through the center. And then you're sort of easing up on throttle. And I'm not even full throttle till I'm straight. So you're carrying 75% through there. And then you're full on exit, and then that is a detailed highline run lap here at Kansas. So good luck, everybody. And that is it for me.